ask for, sometimes they don't let the mother know fully aware, make them fully aware of what they're going to use with them. They're bad. The abortion part of Planned Parenthood is bad. You got to stop them. Let them reopen as Planned Parenthood 2 and don't provide the services and then give them taxpayer money.
That's your opinion, dude. The Planned Parenthood is bad because you're against abortion.
No.
You said it was a life-altering. You said it was a life-altering.
Can the experience do this
You
again
said it was a
today?
life-altering experience.
Not do this again today.
It's not a life-altering experience.
I'm not commenting on abortion.
You are talking about abortion.
I'm not. I'm commenting on
so
selling
what is a good abortion to you?
Do you know the difference between what Planned Parenthood?
What is a good abortion, Eric? What is it?
A good abortion is what saves the mother's life.
You know what a good abortion is? A good abortion is in a clean place where the woman's health is protected, as opposed to a back alley, where the woman dies with some butcher cutting her to pieces. Why do you think we got this Roe v. Wade and all the rest of it? This is baloney. You are this is all a plot to make abortion an issue, and it is just, some people say Donald Trump is a stalking horse for Hillary Clinton. He's going to wreck the Republican Party because he has no chance of being elected. Abortion is another stalking horse for the Democrats. It fuels the whole war on woman thesis. It allows Democrats to say, see, the Eric Bollings of the world want to take away your right to choose.
Let me know
That's what this does.
once that I ever said that. Let me know once that I ever commented on abortion. Not once have I. I've commented on the illegal practice of taking fetal body parts and selling them for a profit. 1, 2, Geraldo. 2 is illegal.
Abortion is ugly. It's ugly, and Greg is right to the extent that we don't want to think about it. We don't want to think about it. We don't want to think about it. We don't think about what this actually entails. But the majority of the American people want adult women to have the right to choose whether to terminate the pregnancy or to keep the child.
It's kind of an effective tool to shout all of this down. But Kimberly, you were at the Gosnell trial. There is, I think it's unfortunate. I know that people can separate the idea of the safe and legal abortion compared to the selling of body parts. And remember, intact babies. And now we know that sometimes it's without consent. Legally, that is a problem.
Legally, morally, ethically, it's an outrage, and it should be something that we should all care about. Separate and differentiate the right of a woman to choose, which exists in this country, in the United States, under Roe v. Wade, and then safe and ethical practices that should be happening. But it's not just also the woman's rights and the woman's right to be free from being butchered, but what about the babies involved, and why wouldn't we want to avail ourselves of the science and of the facts out there, and when life actually begins, and when life is conceived, and when there is a heartbeat? We've listened to intelligent conversations by people like Dr. Ben Carson, who actually knows something about this. And I guess what we're trying to say is everybody benefits, women and children, by an intelligent, thoughtful discussion, and yes, sometimes an investigation, because there are doctors in this country that are performing late-term abortions, people like Dr. Gosnell, that are butchering live babies that were born, delivered outside of the womb, and actually were able to live and breathe on their own.
Which would be against the law.
Yes, which was against the law, and he is serving life in prison without the possibility of parole, as he should, because he is in fact a murderer. You should be interested in that as well.
You want to weigh in here, Greg?
Well, this consent thing, we're talking about the consent of the woman having the abortion for allowing the fetal tissue to be used. I don't really think she should have consent. This is not an organ to be donated. You do not. You have. This is where you have to separate the pro-choice argument from this idea of fetal dismemberment. It's a dishonest leap to put them both together, to say that because I have a right to do this, I can also make a decision what to do with the cadaver. No, you don't. You can be it's like saying I'm pro-Second Amendment, which means I also have the right to shoot my gun wherever I want. No, you are for the right, but that doesn't allow you these other things. Basically, what we've done is we've relegated dead babies.
Are you saying that women should not have the ability to consent whether or not their aborted fetus can be used for research?
Yes, absolutely.
That's crazy.
How is that crazy?
That's crazy.
How is that crazy? Explain to me how is that crazy?
So I'm
to make yourself feel better.
18-year-old rape victim.
To make yourself feel
I'm an
better.
18-year-old rape victim.
I know you're going to use the rape, but I'm
incest
not
victim,
against abortion
or
for
incest
rape or incest.
And
Let's get that on the table.
And you're saying that the person who
You're
aborts
jumping.
my fetus has the right to decide without asking me what to do with it?
There is a difference. You cannot use.
What if I want to make it dog food?
You can't. Yeah, that's you just proved my point. If you want to make a dog food, what's the difference? You are repurposing the unborn child to enhance your present living desires, and that you do not have the choice for. And in terms of bringing up rape and incest, when did I say I was against abortion for that? You were using that as a straw man argument.
Why is that any less hideous to you? Why? It's still the same. You're taking away a life. Why is that any less hideous?
Let me get this straight. Because you don't want the fetus to go to waste, right?
I want a cure for cancer. I want a cure for heart disease and Parkinson's
at any
disease,
cost, at any
and
cost,
Alzheimer's.
At any cost.
That's what I want.
God bless you. I hope you live long on the backs of dead fetuses, Geraldo.
Please.
No, I'm using your argument. I'm validating your argument. You want to live longer on the backs of fetuses.
Why don't you bury your head in the sand and ignore the reality of how medicine gets done, how research gets done?
I look at the videos.
Actually, I think that's unfair. Remember, the Federalist piece, I keep referring you to the Amy Otto piece. There's others about how fetal research is actually, you can grow the cells in a lab without having to do this.
Can we just please stop